I have plenty of experience in the working class. I have plenty of experience working in the system, being a part of the system, paying taxes into the system. Basically, I raised a family with the system. Try to I try to live minimalistically. That's how I survive being working class in the system for as long as I have, especially raising kids on my own without welfare. And I did start out on welfare. I'm not gonna lie. When my kids were born, I worked the whole time though. Like me and my wife at the time, we had kids, and we probably shouldn't have had them at that time, but we did. We had kids, and we needed help. So we did have like Section 8 housing, and we did have some food stamps, and they went based off of my income. So I still paid bills. I wasn't getting 100% free everything, but I worked my way off of that. I got myself off of marijuana, and I got my GED at 25. Crazy, I know. Um, and I made sure that both of my kids graduated, so I didn't have to worry about that. Didn't have a male influence, man. I didn't have a father figure. I don't know what to say. Like, I didn't have an example in my life. It wasn't easy. Not everyone has it fucking easy. Everyone, people come from different situations, and you can judge people. I judge people. It happens, but like, yeah, until you're in their position, you don't understand why they are the way they are, why they make the choices they make. But like, yeah, I got myself off of that, and it took a couple years. Like, it took a couple years to get me off of welfare. Like, I was working fast food jobs, and then I got a regular job at a warehouse, and it took me a few years. I couldn't have any health care. I really didn't have any health care for myself for like until like as soon as I got off my parents' health care when I was a kid. Like, I didn't have health care until I was like 30. Like, I got a hernia from work, and I had to deal with that for like 4 years with no health care. And as soon as I can finally afford health care, at age 30, I basically got the surgery right away. And that healthcare was pretty sweet. If I was to be paying for that healthcare now, I think I'd be probably paying like 150 a week, which is like nowadays. Like back then it was like 89, but the difference is like back then they paid for everything. In 2011, they paid for everything. They paid. It was really, really good healthcare. It took a lot of money. It took a lot of money for me to sustain. The premium was high, but I don't remember having to pay any co-pays. They paid for my surgery outright. I didn't have any deductibles. I was taken care of. And what do I see now? Like, um, at my job, which I just lost, I actually cut my health care off because it wasn't doing nothing. Like, it's like if something bad happened, people say like the healthcare prevents you from getting like from bankruptcy or whatever. But either way, I felt like if something major happened to me, I would end up bankrupt either way. Like, they weren't gonna pay for nothing for like $13,000, like the deductible. You know what I mean? And I could have got a smaller deductible, but paid a higher premium. The premium was okay, 60 something dollars a week with my kids on there. It was okay, but it didn't pay for nothing. $100. The premium was okay, but like the $100 co-pays for everything. I think the medicines were all right. I think that was legit, but overall it was just like it sucks you dry, and it's just like I can't put, like they say, put money ahead, put money away, save for your future. You know how hard it is to save for your fucking future right now. I'm sitting here, honestly, I'm out of work. Okay, I'm sitting here, have a lot of credit card debt now. I do, and I have had a lot of credit card debt. I made some investments. I made some good investments. Um, Bitcoin was a good investment, and I'm sitting here like to the point where the whole point with the Bitcoin thing, while I was like doing with it, was like, this is going to be my retirement. You know what I mean? This is going to help me, sustain my life, and I'm at the point right now. I lost my job, and I'm seeing like these different places that don't want to pay you anything, but they want you to work your ass off. And then like I said in my last video, like they sit there and they like basically kind of like dehuman, like I gotta sit here and I'm trying to like work for your company, and you want to know my faults? Okay, what's your faults, man? Like, why aren't, like, if I was to do that, like, hypothetically, if I was to sit here and, like, throw the questions back at them that they throw at me that are, like, it's like weird questions, like, what's your faults? I'm just supposed to come up with some fake answer, because if I come up with, like, a real answer, like, oh, I got ADHD, or, like, sometimes I get a little upset about things, but, they're like, oh, no. It's just like, they want pristine, perfect people when they're not pristine, perfect themselves. Like, why do you even have a position open? What's your turnover rate? How comes people leave themselves? If I start asking those questions, and just like, nope. It's they act like they're so like better than everybody, and they ain't shit. That's where people are just like at this point, they're tired of the fucking rat race. They're tired of working their ass off for like shit. Like when you see, I'm listening to Democrats. I seen Democrats yesterday, and people don't want to hear me talk about politics, and just like then don't watch my videos, because I'm trying to talk about like what's happening right now, and I put things together. So if you don't like me talking about politics, then bye bye. I don't care. I'm subscribed. I don't care. But like I mix things in, and when I was watching Trump's speech last night, and I was paying attention to the Democrats sitting down for everything, and it's like, okay, you don't like his policies, you don't have to stand and clap for that. Just like the House Speaker was saying today, you don't have to like clap for his policies. But when you're standing up and clapping for war, when you're sitting down and not acknowledging or like clapping for the people that he's trying to acknowledge, like the woman that got she was a volleyball player, and she got spiked in the head and is paralyzed because there was a man playing in women's sports. I think it was like high school or something. I don't know, but like she's paralyzed now because of that. Like he shouldn't have been playing in that. It's called women's sports. Like there's a difference between us, like the whole transition thing is like we still have our bodily structure, like my whole view on the whole thing, and I can't really talk too much about it, but my whole thing is like I just find like the way we have it right now, it's kind of barbaric, and I think that like if we can create technology where people can actually go into bodies which is better for them, like that's cool, man. Like yeah, like okay, we're gonna like detach your body from. We're gonna put up like a clone body. We're gonna create a clone body for you. It's gonna be just like your body, but it's gonna be a female body if you're like a guy trying to transition to a woman. But we cut your whole body off and take your brainstem and your brain, and we just transplant it into this female body. Instead of like just kind of like cutting like skin off your forearm to create an appendage, and like it just like it kind of seems like it's like mutilation, and then like try to throw like hormones on there, try to mess with people's hormones where they have to be on the rest of their life. Like you know what I mean? So it's just like if somebody feels like they're born into a different body, like okay, fine, that's cool. When you get to be old enough, well, okay, we're gonna put you so you can have the experience. Well, you be able to have the experience of like being a real woman, like being able to reproduce and stuff like that. Like that's what I'm saying. But what we have now is just like it's not good, and it's like being pushed like it's supposed to be acceptable. And for people that get it done, like I don't hate on you or anything like that. It's like I can't go into deep depth about it, but it probably get me me talk. Why can't I just talk about like regular things? Oh, because somebody gets offended. Then don't watch my stuff. Like, why am I getting banned? Why am I getting in trouble for that? That's why I don't like this platform. I just want to be able to like. It's so annoying. I want to be able to speak about what I want to speak about, and if it hurts somebody's feelings, and then don't listen to me. Like, don't watch me. If I don't like something on TV, I turn the fucking channel. which when I used to watch TV, if I don't want to watch a movie, then I don't watch the movie. It's pretty plain and simple. If I don't want to hang out with somebody or talk to somebody, then I don't hang out or talk to them. It's like, instead of just trying to like, oh, I'm going to tell on you and I'm going to get you in trouble. It's like, I'm going to get you kicked off because I don't like your opinions. It's just so, I'm not even like doing anything bad. I'm not even like, I'm not even making any threats. Like, if I was threatening people and stuff like that, that's understandable. But it's like, I'm not even threatening anybody. So it's just pretty like ridiculous how these platforms just kind of cater like to the certain narratives, and I feel like it's getting better, but it's like, fine, then don't pay me. Cool. I haven't got a single dime for YouTube ever. Not a single dime. I have like a million views on here overall with like 1,000 videos or whatever. So the rate is not very good, and most of it just came from one video. But still, I'm not getting any money. I'm just doing this to like document, just to talk about. Maybe somebody relates, you know. I kind of feel like because I complain about like growth, and it is frustrating trying to grow on any platform. I kind of feel like I'm being like protected or something, but it's like, I'm just tired. Like, if I'm not seeing growth when I actually like work in the real world, and I don't see any growth in here, like in the digital realm. So it's frustrating on both sides for me. It's like, okay, fine. I don't have to grow on here. Cool. That's cool. I suck. I don't articulate myself very well. Maybe I complain too much. Maybe the quality's horrible. The sound is horrible. Maybe the picture is horrible. And that's fine. But it's like, when I'm working in the real world, that's not like doing anything either. I don't mind working a regular job. I don't mind it. I don't care if it's a dirty job. I just want respect, and I feel like in our society, like, the people who do the dirty jobs are just completely disrespected and looked down on. And those are the jobs that like keep your lights on. That's keep the trash out of you've been piling up in front of your house. Like, you probably shouldn't, put people down. That like it's pretty disgusting how people act like they're superior because they are in a better position than other people, and a lot of people are like, they've had it easier. Honestly, like, a lot of people, if you're well off, like, I'm not saying like everybody, a lot of people have worked their ass off to get where they're at, but like, a lot of people who are well off are like, they have it fucking easy, man. And they've had an easy life. They come from good household where they have two loving parents that have raised them in really good conditions. Not all of us have, and we've made mistakes. And people who end up on drugs and stuff, it's like, they didn't just like. Most people who come from like a good family situation don't usually end up on drugs. Usually, like, they have good examples in their lives, and I'm not saying it never happens, but like, predominantly they usually go on and do great things with themselves because, like, they get taught stuff, and they have great examples in their lives and people that like show that they care. But a lot of people out here feel like they don't have anybody that really cares about them, so they end up taking drugs. Like right now, I was waiting for a call back from this company. Just a regular job, you know what I mean? Just like working at like a plant or something like that. But I know they're probably gonna drug test, and like, I want to smoke weed, dude. And it's like what I want to do. It's like I'm like, I just want to do it for like this month though, because like I do want to try to get a regular job, but people don't want to work regular jobs. Like, I'm to the point, like, seriously, I don't fucking care if I go bankrupt. I don't fucking care if I lose, like, all my assets anymore. Because, like, I can't think long term. And that's where people are feeling. Like, they feel like they can't think long term. They don't feel stable at all. That's why you see, like, these kids just piling up a bunch of debt. Like, they don't care because, like, they don't see a future. They don't like, they're only living for now. They don't see much. like, so they're like, I'm just gonna enjoy my fucking self. A lot of these young men, they're never gonna be able to have kids because, a lot of women out here, they don't want nothing to do with guys. They only want to like share. We're almost like, I don't see it when I go out in reality. But I just feel it because like I've been in the dating market and I got a lot of attention in the dating market, and I think that it's becoming more of like especially when you look at like divorces and divorces is just like, it's not even like a forever thing. So it's such a broken society, and it stems like the problem is the family, man. The breakdown of the family, that is the problem. You don't have two good examples. You need, okay, so like my kids are emotionally my kids are pretty stable. I think that like I did a pretty good job raising them. But I see like they didn't have like the motherly there. Like you need both. Like you really need both. I feel like the mother is more important when the kids are younger. So like you kind of like, you don't need the kids there as much as like the mom doesn't need to go right to work. Okay, the mother needs to sit there and like raise her kids until they're like 7. If they go to public schools, whatever, it's probably better to like homeschool your kid and then like, set up like, have them like make friends with like your friends' kids or whatever like that, and set up like different situations instead of letting them go to public schools. But like some people can't, I had to have my kids go to public schools, but at least be there for your kids. Don't try to pawn them off so you can like try to work if you don't have to. I mean, if you both have to work, you both have to work, but it's better for the mom to stay at home, and because what happens is the kid feels abandonment issues. And it's like you're being just dropped off. Like you care more about career and materialism and superficial things than you actually do me. They don't know. They just feel confused. Like, where's my mom? Like, why are you doing this? Like, why did you have me? If you're not going to spend time with me, if you're not going to seem like you care, just buying me stuff, and it's like, no, I want you there. I want, like, to be around you. Don't fucking have kids if you're not going to, like, want to raise them. And that's why you see a lot of people not having kids, because they don't want to fucking raise kids. And this isn't a good environment. You know what I mean? It's just, so many people are just self-centered. They only care about themselves, becoming more and more isolated. And, like, a big driver for guys to want to achieve excellence is women. Like, women bring joy to our life. Coming home to somebody that seems like they care about you is huge. Coming home to like kids that care about you is awesome. That's why guys want to sit here and like, there's guys that just feel like they have no purpose because, especially the guys at my age, I feel like I don't have a purpose, but like, they might be like, they might be divorced, paying child support, but like they go to a job so they can pay child support for their kids, and they don't have access, but like once a week, or I don't know. And some maybe it's their fault, maybe it's the mom's fault why they broke up. And I don't think that people who are toxic should stay together, but like, I think that a lot of the marriages could just probably be worked out, like figure it out, like make it through for the kids. If you're arguing all the time, that's one thing, but like, why are you arguing? Why are you acting like a child? Work through your issues like adults, you know what I mean? And stop thinking about just yourselves and start thinking about the kids that you brought into this world. Like, it's called sacrifice, man. Like, yeah, okay, like the whole structure is like, you think about the higher power first, and you think about yourself and your wife, then your kids, but like you still have to sacrifice for them. And whatever that is, you can't have it all. Like for women, well, you might have to be with a boring guy, but he's a great dad and a great husband to you, but he might not like blow your back out like you want. You might not be as attracted to him as you are to some dude that's like a hunk or whatever, or vice versa. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, if you're gonna be with some guy that's a hunk, then expect him to like go around and cheat on you. Expect to share him basically, um, and expect it to be like a turmoil type of situation. You can't have it all. You're not going to be able to find a guy that's like is everything that you exactly want, checks out every single box. And this goes both ways. You're not going to find a woman that checks off every single like box either. Most of us out here are just regular people, you know. Like that's what I am, and that's all I'm ever going to be. Just a regular person, not going to accomplish much. I've tried. It's quite apparent to me that I'm not going to ever be a part of the club. You know, I was watching the inauguration, seeing like, and they had a ball, and you know, seeing all these like famous people I see on Twitter all the time, and who I would like feel like lucky to even have them respond. But like they're all like they're on their rich thing, doing their rich thing, and like I'm just a peasant, and that's cool. Like I'm just a peasant. But the thing is, like, we have to have something to strive for, and it just seems like the elite class is just taking. They've just been taking and taking and taking, and we can't do it no more. Like, you can't just take everything and just. It feels like seriously, it really feels like slavery. It really feels like slavery. Like, so much fear of like, if you lose your job, you're gonna like you can't pay your bills. And like for me, you know, so much of us just rent anyway. We can't even buy a house. For me, for the longest time, I didn't want to go bankrupt. It was more of like an ego thing. But for me now, it's kind of like, why do I care? Like, okay, I go bankrupt. It's not like that's something I want to do, but it's like, there's no jobs. You know, the job I had was a great job for this time. Well, you know, shit happened in life. Pretty much was saying like, you are fucking done. I felt the resistance too. Man, I felt the resistance of like me hanging on. Like I fucking hated that job. I did that job for so long, but it's like I fucking hated that. I was just getting so angry, and I didn't like the job. It sustained my bills, but like it just felt like at some point there's nothing I can do about it. That's and it happened. It was like I ran out of points. I got sick, and I tried to tough it out, man. I tried to tough it out. It was a huge day. Even if it was a small day, I don't think I would even be able to make it anyway. And my equipment was crap. I got a crap equipment, so I was just like, I'm done. This is life telling me I'm done. And I'm at the point it's like, I just don't fucking care. I just don't care. Like, I go bankrupt, so what? I can't buy a house. Well, guess what? When am I gonna be able to buy a fucking house anyway? You know, like, oh, I won't be able to buy a car. Okay, whatever. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, this shit is like way too fucking hard on people. It is way too fucking hard. You can't just keep the prices for everything. Like, I'm serious. Like, insurance feels like a fucking luxury. Any type of insurance feels like, I've always felt like life insurance was a luxury. I didn't give a fuck about life insurance. I still don't. But like car insurance, it just keeps going up. Even if you like have nothing, you're a great driver, you still get hit because of other people's shitty ass fucking driving. You get hit with it. People are unhealthy. Even if you're healthy on healthcare, you still get hit. Like yours goes up. Even if you're healthy, you never go to the doctor. You still have to pay more. It's like, what the fuck, man? Fuck this shit. Like, fuck this system, man. This system is completely outdated. What it seems like is like there was a plan to have a great reset, and that plan was foiled. And we're just like trying to hang on to like the old times as much as we possibly can and not usher in. Well, I think Trump is trying to do some good things to usher some good things, and I think that Bitcoin is good, and if people are like, for me, I see it like drop down, like it went up when he acknowledged like Bitcoin reserve or whatever, the crypto reserve, and then it dropped down. I don't know why the fuck it dropped down, but like for me, I'm just like, I don't fucking care. I don't care. I realized for myself, I'm never gonna be fucking rich. I'm always gonna be fucking poor, and you know, like I'm tired of the stress. I'm tired of the fear. I'm so tired of the fucking fear. You know, and I'm sitting here like, should I ruin my fucking life and go to prison? Is it going to be that much worse than what I'm dealing with right now? I know it would suck. I mean, like, okay, I don't have, I'm isolated anyway. I'll be eating shit food. Now I understand, like, I'd have to worry about, like, getting, you know, raped or whatever. Like, that's what fucking scares me. If I didn't have to worry about being raped, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to, like, put me in a prison. Put me in a fucking camp. I don't have to worry about paying bills no more. Great! Like, I feel like I'm running a fucking business here. I feel like this shit's so fucking complicated for no fucking reason, man. Like, having to, like, pay your taxes and figure out your fucking taxes and, like, it's such a fucking, like, it's all such a fucking hassle for no fucking reason. And it's just getting harder and harder. And hopefully, like, it changes. But I'm sitting here unemployed, like, can't get employment either. It's like, okay, so, you know, fuck my assets. I don't fucking care. Like, I'm gonna be poor forever. I've been poor my whole life. I know what it feels like. It's not like I'm fucking some type of rich person. Now I'm gonna be poor. Like, I've already been poor my whole life. I guess that's what the creator wants. He wants me to be poor. He wants me to suffer. Cool. You know, like, whatever I do just means fucking pretty much, it almost feels like it's fucking pointless. And that's, I feel like it's like, we're kind of in a fucking simulation because it doesn't fucking matter what I do. Man, I'm just tired of the fucking fear. I'm tired of the anxiety, and I've come to the point where it's just like, you know, the first couple of weeks when I lost my job, I was like really fucking stressed out, really worried, and now I'm just chilled and just like, you know, whatever. Fuck it, man. That's where I'm at. I was just like, fuck it. Okay, I go bankrupt and I don't have to worry about paying that debt back. Okay, whatever. Sweet. You know? You know how many people have gone bankrupt? And I think the bankruptcies are coming, man. I think there's going to be a lot of people that go bankrupt. It's not just going to be me. And I could be wrong. I hope we do great. And for Canada, I hope that, like, they do great. I don't want to see them suffer. I don't want to see any country suffer. I want us all to do great. I don't want to see war. I want us all to work together to build amazing things. But it seems like there's like this like something like a barrier is just like holding us back. You know, and I'm looking at the Democrats and I'm like, you guys are a big part of the problem. A huge part of the problem. And they feel so sold out. They feel so soulless. I fucking hate Democrats. And, you know, and I was thinking about how would I go to prison? I don't want to hurt anybody, but I figured out a way I can go to prison for a few years, probably like 20 years if I want, without hurting anybody. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't have to steal. I don't have to hurt anybody physically to go to prison. And I don't have to worry about, well, I got a roof over my head. I got 3 square meals. So what? Then I guess I'm sitting in a fucking cell by myself. It's no different than what I'm doing right now. I mean, I guess I won't have the video games or whatever, but I'll adapt. I guess I'll just fucking read and like write books and shit. Like, so like that's where I'm at. Like, what's the fucking like? I don't go nowhere anyway. I can't go nowhere. I can't fucking afford to go anywhere. Even when I had a fucking job, I couldn't afford to go anywhere anyway. So like, I want things to. I think that Trump is going to lead us down the right direction. You know, that's why I'm just kind of like just chilling right now. It's just chilling, but I don't have a long-term plan. I don't think that we can have a long term plan. You know, the with technology advancing so quickly, with the possibility in like 5 or 10 years having robots do a lot of our jobs, having having like 30 years from now, just complete abundance, like complete abundance, so we don't have to work anymore. That's where I want to be. I don't want to fucking like I will work. I don't mind it, but I just want to be compensated right. Not to feel like I'm like this is how I've been feeling when I work. It's like a slow decline. I'm like drowning. I'm drowning, and I'm like fighting. I'm fighting every fucking day to go into work to do that shit, and I'm doing a fucking job I don't want to fucking do. I find it fucking repetitive. I find it fucking boring. And then and it's just like, go to school, go to school. Okay, go to school. Guess what? Look at all the jobs that are about to be replaced by fucking robots with AI. That's what it's like. It's like, okay, I guess I didn't make a big mistake by going to college and getting a bunch of debt. So a lot of people are probably like in the situation where I'm at. Like, what are we doing? Where are we going? Can we be prosperous? Can we stop with the war? Can we have the war just be like in the digital realm, not in reality? Can we get rid of like crime and like hurting each other? I want to live in a safe society. I don't want to see or hear about humans like, you know, like yeah, people pass away, but like heinous things happening to kids and stuff like that. I don't want that shit to happen. It's like that's horrible, man. Um, that's enough.